Special thanks to Patreon supporter ZPro Warfare for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the F-15EX Eagle II. In 2008, the USAF and Boeing discussed a proposed F-15EX, a single-seat variant based on the F-15QA, intended to replace the U.S. Air Force's F-15Cs and Ds. Improvements include the Amber weapons rack to carry up to 22 air-to-air missiles, infrared search and track, advanced avionics and electronics warfare equipment, AESA radar, and revised structure with a service life of up to 20,000 hours. In the FY 2020 budget, the United States Department of Defense requested $1.1 billion to procure 8 F-15EXs of a total planned procurement of 144. The U.S. Air Force opted for the F-15EX to maintain fighter numbers after the premature termination of the F-22 program. In its aging F-15C fleet and F-35 delays. Although it's not expected to be survivable against modern air defenses by 2028, the F-15EX could perform homeland and air-based defense, no-fly zone enforcement against limited or no air defense systems, and deploying standoff munitions. In July 2020, the U.S. Department of Defense ordered 8 fighters over 3 years for $1.2 billion. In August of 2020, the Air Force announced plans to replace the aging F-15s in the Florida and Oregon Air National Guards with F-15EXs. The F-15EX made its maiden flight on February 2nd, 2021. The first F-15EX was delivered to the USAF on March 10th, 2021, and was flown to Eglin Air Force Base in Florida for further testing. On April 7th, 2001, it was announced that the aircraft has been officially named the Eagle II. So right here we have the F-15EX, and we have this kind of designed up in its color scheme of the testing squadron over in Eglin Air Force Base right now that is currently operating these aircraft. So it does have the tail flash for the aircraft being ET, which is for Eglin Air Force Base, and all that. So it's designed to be from there. That's why it does have this camouflage on it, which is kind of unique. It's kind of a darker gray like the F-15E, and then has like this blue kind of highlights for it. The blue is a little bit brighter than it should be, but it's kind of the best alternative we really have. The aircraft itself is really not too different in terms of like its main structure compared to that of the F-15E. So basically I went ahead and tried to definitely add the camouflage in to help tell this aircraft apart from other ones. Now this camouflage could definitely be phased out very quickly, and obviously other production models and stuff like that get put out later on in the future may not even have this type of color scheme. So this might be just kind of a one-off type color scheme, but I think it's really cool and just kind of makes this aircraft definitely more unique compared to just having an all gray fighter. Before we go and move in and take a look at this aircraft though, I do want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter ZPro Warfare for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, you already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in my video description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a vehicle request you're choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, link is in the video descriptions. With that, let's go and dive in here to take a look here at the F-15EX. So we have both a landed and in-flight version, so you'll have both those at your disposal here. There are a few upgrades in kind of its overall shaping compared to that of the F-15E, which is a bit of an older tutorial. I wouldn't say outdated, but just some new techniques and stuff like that I've picked up on. I've started implementing in this, like the use of pistons there for the nose to help kind of slope the nose a little bit better. The addition of daylight detectors more in the wings to help kind of smoothen it out and stuff. So just little minor kind of quality of life changes here and there to really kind of spice up the aircraft. But we have basically the loadout here, so we have some fuel tanks here, some missiles here, and this could carry a lot more missiles with these extra racks on the bottom here, but I went for a mixed loadout with some kind of conventional bombs on the bottom there, which I feel like most likely would be the proper use of this aircraft, being basically a multi-role, having some air-to-air defense, but also being able to drop conventional munitions. So that's what we got going on there. We then have all the detail on the top here. As you can see, the camouflage is pretty much exactly the same on both sides, so there isn't anything special in regards to that. And then further we go back, we have the tails here for the aircraft. Pretty straightforward again. ET there for the squadron that is operating these currently, and kind of testing them and all that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much the aircraft. Overall, really nice design. It will make an awesome addition to any of your Modern Warfare scenarios in which you have a kind of modernized and I guess pinnacle F-15 version. Anyways though, let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Layer number 1. Alright guys, so moving into our first layer here, we'll be going ahead and starting off with layer number 4. Now we're starting with layer 4 because layer 4 sets up a better baseline of the aircraft that we can kind of build off of and expand, basically down and up from. So that's why we're going ahead and starting with this layer here. A few things I do want to mention though, if you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials. The first thing I would like to mention is that for this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and doing half on, half off. What this means is we're building the entire center line of the aircraft on camera, and then the entire right side, it'll be up to you guys to take what we do on the right side, copy it over the left side. This aircraft is symmetrical, so whatever we do on one side of the aircraft will be done to the other, so that's pretty much really about it. In addition, the landing gear will be added on as a modification at the end, so we're going to be building the aircraft as if it's in flight and then adding the landing gear on at the end as a modification. So if you do want to have the landed version of the aircraft, you will need to make sure that layer 4 here is a total of 1, 2, 3, and it's on that 4th row up from the ground level. Pretty easy to remember. You have layer 1, 2, 3, and layer 4 is where we're going to be going ahead and starting this aircraft. So very important to make sure that's correct, because if you want to build this landed, you will obviously need that clearance to make sure that the landing gear sits on here properly. Obviously, if you're building this in flight, doesn't really matter. Just make sure you are not going to run into the height limit, or you have enough space and clearance around it. Anyways, though, with that all out of the way, I would also like to mention that I will be doing the camouflage in this tutorial with the aircraft. Since the camouflage is symmetrical on both sides, we will be going ahead and basically conducting the camouflage layout along with the aircraft. That will kind of be more apparent when we get into some of the later on layers. So these first layers here really aren't going to see too much of that, but we will be doing that later on, so I just want to go and throw that out there as well for that. And if you don't want to do the camouflage, that's completely fine. You can just do it all in solid polished blackstone, and that'll be fine as well. Anyways, let's get started here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down a gray concrete block. Now this gray concrete block here is going to be a total of a row of 26. So we're going to have 25 more back from that, so you have 26 gray concrete blocks in total. We're going to go then place down a row of 4 polished blackstone top slabs on the back here, and then 3 dark oak wood trapdoors after those top slabs. Once we have that done, we're going to then go back up to the front here. We're going to go off these gray concrete blocks. We're going to place down 2 pistons. They're going to be upside down like so, and basically they'll look something like this. And this can be for your first Java players, because we do have a tool called the debug stick, which will be used to modify the properties of these pistons. If you're on a version other than Java, I would recommend, instead of placing the pistons, to go ahead and place down probably a upside down polished blackstone stair, and a top slab would do just fine here on the front. And I believe this area actually here would be where the camouflage is, and it would be. So instead of doing polished blackstone, we would have a warped stair and a warped top slab. After that warped top slab, we're going to place down a narrow warped top slab, or piston, whatever you want to call that, whatever block you placed here. We're going to place down a narrow slab here, and then a warped trapdoor on the end there. Then go into the back. We already covered that. We have 4 polished blackstone top slabs and our 3 dark oak wood trapdoors, and we can go and start working our way out to the sides now. So we're starting off with, we're going to go to the side of the piston. We're going to place down 2 skeleton skulls like so. We then want to place down a row of polished blackstone stairs. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 polished blackstone upside down stairs, and then polished blackstone upside down corner stair like that on the end there. After that's done, taking our gray concrete, we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gray concrete blocks. 1 and 2 polished andesite blocks. 1, 2, and 3 polished andesite upside down stairs. And after that, we're going to go ahead and place down a polished polished blackstone brick stair like that on the end there. After that, our next row is going to be going ahead and start off by going to the side here of this 5th stair back. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull to the side of that, and then a end rod coming off and going forward. After that, we're going to go and then go back to this stair here. We're going to place down an air stair to the side. We're going to go and then place down a black concrete block back. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 gray concrete blocks back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polished andesite blocks. Black concrete block. Polished blackstone upside down stair. Polished blackstone brick upside down stair. And then a polished blackstone brick top slab on the very end here. We also want to go to the side here of the stair. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on the inside there like that. Then for our next route to the side, it's going to be another another wither skeleton skull on the side here. Another polished blackstone upside down stair. And we want to go and then place down 1, 2, 3 polished andesite upside down stairs, 2 polished andesite blocks. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 gray concrete blocks forward. A black concrete block and another polished blackstone stair like that on the front there. After that's done, we want to go and then take our gray stained glass panes, And we're going to start off at this section here. We're going to go and place down 1 and 2 glass panes coming off these 2 gray concrete blocks. So the second and third one there from the black concrete. And then we want to place down 1, 2 polished black stone walls. After that, we're going to go and take our gray concrete, and we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3 polished black stone walls back. And we're going to go and swap this over to a row of 1, 2, 3 of polished black stone top slabs. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak trapdoors. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3 trapdoors like so. And then coming off this one, 1, 2, and 3 back. Then our next row can be 1 off here. Then 2, 3. And then 1, 2, like that. On the basically the horizontal stabilizers on both sides. After that is all complete there, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some quartz stairs, some birchwood signs, some skeleton skulls, and also some fence gates, and some quartz top slabs. We're going to go ahead and go to this middle gray concrete block. We're going to place down a birchwood fence gate coming off the side of it like so. We're going to open this fence gate toward the outside, and then coming off that, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair. We're going to go then place down our birchwood fence gate on the side of this stair, and up toward the stair like so, and a skeleton skull coming off the back of that stair. We're going to go and go forward from the stair, 1 and 2 birchwood fence gates, then a birchwood top slab, and then a fence gate coming off both sides of this top slab, which will be opened up toward it. We also want to take some birchwood signs, and on these fence gates here, or on this fence gate here, we're going to have our sign like so. And also this fence gate on the inside here, we're actually going to go and delete. We're going to leave that space alone for right now. Then coming off this quartz top slab, we're going to place down in there birchwood fence gate, and then a skeleton skull like that to go ahead and make our first missile. After that, we're going to go ahead and grab our polished black stone walls. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 walls along the side there like so. And we're going to go then place down another quartz upside down stair like so, and basically repeat the same thing like this over to here. So it'd be like this going forward, and then we'll have our fence gate like that. Fence gate right here, skeleton skull, birchwood sign, like so. And after that, also the middle space here, we'll switch our fence gate to look like that in between those missiles. And once you have that all done, that right there is going to basically conclude what we have there for our first layer, layer 4. Looking at from above here, this is what you should have for the basic outline with that all complete. And with that done, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 3. Alright guys, so moving into our next layers, we're actually going ahead and doing layers 1 through 3. We'll just go ahead and knock out all the pylons and all that stuff on the bottom here in one go. So to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go to the bottom of the aircraft. We're going to go back to our third block. We're going to place down an end rod that comes down from it. We then want to go and skip 2 spaces, and we're going to go then place down another end rod that drops down like so. After that's all done, we want to go and take some dark oak trapdoors. We're going to go to the bottom of these 2 stairs here. We're going to place down 2 trapdoors. And we then want to go ahead and grab some polished black stone slabs. And on the outside here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 top slabs. And then on the inside, 1, 2, 3 polished black stone walls. We're going to go then place down 2 rows of 2 of polished black stone slabs. And then we're going to go and then place down another row that is going to, or my bad, it's actually going to be a couple rows. So we have we have 3 rows of 2. So we're going to go and place down 1 more row of 2 going back like that. And then on the inside section here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 slabs going back. On the outside here, we're going to go and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dark oak trapdoors. And then on the inside here, we're going to go all the way up to the first slab here, dark oak trapdoor, and we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dark oak trapdoors back. And then this space right here, 1, 2 trapdoors back, and also right here, 1 and 2 more back like that to go ahead and make the bottom of your engines there. Now with that done, we're going to go then grab some polished black stone walls, and we're going to go and go to the side of these glass panes. We're going to place down 2 walls on the bottom of that. We're going to go ahead and also place down a wither skeleton skull that comes off this wall going forward. And then grabbing a dark oak wood sign, I'm going to place down 2 signs there on the side of that like so, and also on the back there. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and also place down another pylon, which will be coming underneath the first 2 gray concrete blocks. So 2 right here, wither skeleton skull going forward, and our signs on the side there, like so. After that, on the middle here, we're going to go ahead and go to the space in between the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th dark oak trapdoors, and in the middle space here, we're going to place down 3 polished black stone walls. Now at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and start building off of these blocks, and we're going to go ahead and start adding on our munitions. So for the middle 3 walls here, we're going to place down 3 green terracotta blocks that come down from those blocks. Going forward from the blocks toward the front of the aircraft, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, birchwood buttons wrapped around it, and then a green zombie head coming off the front there. Going toward the back, we're going to go ahead and place down an andesite wall coming off that green terracotta block, a stone block, both sides of the stone block, a birchwood fence gate, and then a birchwood sign on the side of the fence gate, like so. We're going to also place down an iron trapdoor on top and bottom of that stone block, with fence gates also on those, and then also a stone button on the side there of the block facing toward the back. After that's done for our bombs here on the outer pylons, for these, they're pretty simple to make. We're going to go and take our green terracotta, and we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks on the bottom of those 2 walls there. Skeleton skull going toward the front, andesite wall toward the back, and we're just going to go ahead and place down stone buttons on the side there. Same thing for this pylon here. 2 green terracotta blocks, a skeleton skull, and then a andesite wall going back from it. Again, same thing. We'll place our stone buttons on the 2 sides there like so. And then also for this kind of inner pylon right here toward the front, we're going to place down 2 blocks of netherite on the bottom of those blocks, and then a polished black stone wall coming off it toward the front there like so. And that right there should almost complete it. We're also going to place down over their skeleton skull coming off that. And that right there is going to be basically to complete those bombs and stuff like that on the inner, basically on the fuselage. Also, coming off the engines here, on these 2 polished andesite blocks, we are to place down 2 iron trapdoors as well. With that done, we then have our external fuel tanks to go ahead and put on. So for these, we'll need some polished blackstone slabs, some skeleton skulls, some dark oak trapdoors, gray concrete, some gray stained glass, and polished blackstone. And we'll basically go ahead and make our our fuel pods here. So for this, we want to go ahead and also extend this polished blackstone wall row back 1 more, so you have a total of 5 there. We're going to go to the bottom of those 5 walls, and we're going to place down 5 gray concrete blocks. Now going toward the back here, we're going to place down an additional gray concrete block, and then a polished blackstone upside down stair. So, like so. Or, sorry, normal stair, and then a slab coming off that stair. And then we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on both sides of the stair. And then going forward from that, we're going to place down 2 glass panes. 1, 2. And then we want to go and then take our walls here, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and then go forward here with our gray concrete, a total of 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and then place down 1 more additional wall, going toward the front here on both sides, and then 1, 2, gray stained glass panes, 1, 2, like that. Now we're going to go and then place down a polished blackstone stair, slab like that, and then a skeleton skull on both sides of the stair. And then going underneath this, we want to go ahead and place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slabs, and then 2 dark oak wood trapdoors after that. And once you have that all done right there, that right there is going to basically wrap up our fuel pods there for the both sides of the wing. And that right there will pretty much conclude what we have there for layers 1 through 3. With that, let's go ahead and move on up to layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to begin with, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a piston on top of this trapdoor right here. This piston can also be replaced for a warped stair as well, so you do have that possibility of swapping that out if you do not have access to a debug stick. After that though, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves a warp sign, and on both sides of this block right here, we're going to place down a warp sign like that. Now after that, we're going to go and then place down a warp slab going forward, and then an end rod like that on the end. Going back from this, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 gray cyan concrete. And then we want to go and then place down a long row of gray concrete. That's going to go back a total of 25 blocks. Then 3 cyan concrete, a warp stair, and then 2 polished blackstone slabs, and then a daylight detector turned to night mode on the very end. After that's all done, going back up to the front here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off the side of this block, 2 prismarine walls back, polished blackstone wall, gray concrete block, and 1 and 2 cyan concrete. After that, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 gray concrete blocks back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cyan concrete, followed by 1, 2, 3 polished andesite blocks, 1, 2 black concrete blocks, and then a polished black stone stair here on the very end, or wall I should say. Next row here is going to start off with a tripwire hook that's going to be coming off of this block right here. And then after that, we want to go and grab ourselves 2 item frames. Or sorry, 3 item frames. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 on the side here. In the item frames on the side, we're going to place down light gray banners. We're going to rotate the banners so they face inwards like so. And in that center banner, we're going to place down a fireworks star. That right there is going to be the national star insignia on the side of the aircraft. We're going to go then place down a row of, or actually rather it's going to be 1 polished blackstone top slab. And then after that, it's going to be 1, 2, 3 polished blackstone upside down stairs, and then a black concrete block. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gray concrete blocks back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cyan concrete blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, or actually sorry, 1 polished andesite block, a glowstone block, and then an orange stained glass block if you want the engines on. If you want the engines turned off, instead of that orange stained glass, you can just place down a black concrete block like so. And optionally, you can also place down like a stone button or something like that for a little bit of detail there, but that will have the engines off. So if you want to have this landed and parked, it doesn't make sense to have the engines on or look like they're on. So that's an alternative for you guys as well, but we'll just go ahead and do that like so. After that, that is going to do it for that row, and we're going to move to our next row to the side. We're going to place down a polished blackstone top slab, and we want to go and then go back with this, or from this, with 1, 2, and 3 upside down polished blackstone stairs, as well as a black concrete block. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 gray concrete back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cyan concrete, 1, 2, 3 polished andesite, 1, 2 black concrete, and a polished blackstone wall there on the end. Once that's done, going up to the front here again, we're going to take our gray banners. We're going to place down 1, 2 gray banners on the side of the stair here and that gray concrete block. We're going to go and then place down a polished blackstone upside down stair here and an upside down corner stair coming off like that going forward. We're going to take our gray concrete, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 along the side here. Then 1, 2, 3, and 4 cyan concrete back. We're going to place down another piston right here. This can be substituted out for a warped stair. And then a warped slab going back from that like so. Once that's done for our horizontal stabilizers, just to go ahead and knock these out of the way, we're going to place down a dark oak trapdoor coming off this first cyan concrete block. Then we're going to place down 3 warped slabs back. And then we're going to place down 2 dark oak trapdoors back after that. Next row here is going to be a dark oak slab coming off the warped slab, 2 warped slabs back. We're going to go and then place down a warped trapdoor like that, and then another dark oak wood trapdoor going back. We then want to go ahead and place down a daylight detector coming off this block here. After that, we want to go and then place down 2 more daylight detectors, except these ones here will be turned to the night mode, so just like that. And then we'll place down an additional warped trapdoor back, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor like that. Once we have that, we're going to place down another daylight detector here to the side of this block here. 1 daylight detector back, so we're going to go ahead and go back, turn that to night mode, and then we're going to place down another warped trapdoor, dark oak wood trapdoor, and on the sides here we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, like so. With that all done, that's going to make your horizontal stabilizers, and going ahead and then after that, moving to the wings here, we want to start off by going ahead and taking our polished blackstone. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My bad, I kind of lost count here of that little mix-up there. So we'll recount them. We have a total of 8, and then we're going to go ahead and place down 9, 10, 11. So 11 slabs going all the way back like so. Our next row here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be 1 less from the front there. Next row is going to be 1 slab like so. Then we want to go ahead and grab some polished blackstone stairs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upside down stairs, and then 1, 2, 3 top slabs going back from that. Next row here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 top slabs. Then we want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. Then we're going to go and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we want to go ahead and go down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at this last point here, we're going to go and then do the wingtip, which is going to be a polished black stone slab like so, and then a wither skeleton skull coming off it like that to the side there. And that right there will basically make your wings going out to the sides there, obviously on both sides, and that will pretty much wrap up what we have for that. So yeah, that right there will conclude this layer, just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything and everything does appear to be good to go. So with that, we're going to go ahead and send it, and that is going to conclude layer number 5. With that, let's move on to layer number 6. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we moved into layer number 6. For layer 6 to get started with here, we're going to go and start off by placing down a warp trapdoor on this cyan concrete block. We're going to go then place down a warped slab, and then we're going to go and then place down a piston. If you're not on Java, instead of a piston, we'll place down a warp stair. We're going to go then place down 2 cyan concrete blocks, and then from this we're going to go and then place down a row of 8 black concrete. This row 8 here is going to close off the cockpit section, so you will not have it visible from the outside when we put the glass on. If you do want to build an interior, then now it's completely up to you guys. However, we will not be including that in this tutorial. So we're just going to fill this in with a row of 8 of black concrete. We're going to go then place down a gray concrete block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue or cyan concrete. We're going to go then place down 3 of our daylight detectors back, or sorry, gray concrete back. Again, followed by 2 pistons. These can be replaced with another gray concrete block and a narrow polished blackstone slab. We're going to go then place down 2 polished blackstone slabs, 2 daylight detectors turned to night mode, and 2 warp trapdoors going back. After that, our next row is going to be a skeleton skull on the side of this piston here, on top of this wall, at a slight angle like so, followed by a warp slab, then 1, 2, 3 warp trap or warp stairs, cyan concrete, 2 gray concrete, 2 cyan concrete, 2 gray concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cyan concrete, 1 gray concrete, 2 polished blackstone stairs, 3 polished blackstone slabs, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prismarine walls, a polished blackstone stair like so. Then we're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks, 1, 2, a polished blackstone stair like that. After that's done, our next row, we're going to go and go back up to the sides of the aircraft here. We're going to go and start off by placing down an item frame that will be on the side of this gray concrete block here. In that item frame, we're going to place down a light gray concrete block, rotate it like that so it's like a diamond facing upwards, and then a dark oak sign on the side there if you're on Java. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then take gray carpet, place down a gray carpet block like so. After that, a dark oak trapdoor, and then we'll follow this up with 2 daylight detectors like so. Make sure that trapdoor does remain closed. We're going to go then place down a polished blackstone slab. After that, 1, 2, 3 polished blackstone stairs, then 1, 2, 3 polished blackstone slabs again, a brick slab, a polished blackstone slab, a warped slab, and then we're going to place down a warped stair like so, followed by 1, 2, 3 cyan concrete, and 1, 2, 3 gray concrete, and then we're going to place down 1, 2 polished andesite blocks, another black concrete block right here, a polished blackstone stair, and a polished blackstone slab coming off that stair, and then wither skeleton skulls around the sides there of those stairs. We're going to go then place down a polished blackstone brick stair here, 2 polished andesite stairs going forward, and then a normal polished blackstone stair. Then we're going to take our prismarine, or actually first off our polished blackstone, we're going to place down a polished blackstone wall, and then we want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 prismarine walls going forward. We're going to go then take our warp slabs, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 going forward. Then 1, 2, 3 polished blackstone slabs. Then we're going to place down again 3 warp trapdoors. Then we're going to place down 2 daylight detectors, turn to night mode, a warp trapdoor, and then a cyan carpet right here on the very end. After that, going out to the sides here again, we're going to place down another warp trapdoor here, and then a daylight detector like that, turn to night mode. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3, 4 warp trapdoors back, 1, 2, 3, 4 daylight detectors. Again, we'll turn these to night mode, like so. 2 warp trapdoors, 2 daylight detectors, turn to night mode, a warp stair, then 2 cyan concrete, and then 1, 2, 3 cyan concrete. So actually, sorry, 2 gray concrete and then 2 cyan concrete. And then also on this middle cyan concrete block, we're going to place down a stone button there to the outside like so. At this point in time, moving into the wings a little bit further, we're going to go and grab some gray carpet, some daylight detectors, Also some warp trapdoors, dark oak trapdoors, and we will also need some cyan and light gray carpet for this section. To go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a gray carpet on top of this slab here. Then we're going to go and go back 1, 2, 3 daylight detectors, turn those to night mode, like so. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3, 4 warp trapdoors back, or sorry, actually 5 warp trapdoors back, a cyan carpet, and a gray carpet. Next row is going to be a gray carpet here. We're going to go and then go back from it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trapdoors. Going back, actually, sorry, it's going to be 1 less, so it's going to be 6. We're going to go and then place down 2 cyan carpet and 1 gray carpet. Next row is going to be a gray carpet here. Then we want to go and go back 4 warp trapdoors. Then we want to place down a total of 2 cyan carpet, and then we're going to place down 2 gray carpet. Next row is going to be a gray carpet, then a dark oak trapdoor. After that dark oak trapdoor, we're going to place down 2 warp trapdoors. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 cyan carpet, and then a gray carpet here on the back. We want to place down another gray carpet here, a dark oak trapdoor, and then we're going to place down 2 warp trapdoors back. We then want to place down 2 cyan carpet, and then 2 gray carpet. Like that. Our next row is going to be a gray carpet, and this is going to be followed up with 2 warp trapdoors. We're going to go and then place down a light gray carpet. Then, after the light gray carpet, we're going to place down 2 cyan carpet, and then a gray carpet here. Next row is going to be a gray carpet, followed by a cyan carpet, then a light gray carpet, 2 cyan carpet, gray carpet. Then we want to place down a gray carpet here, light gray carpet, 2 cyan carpet, and a gray carpet like that. This next row, gray carpet, cyan, 2 gray carpet, and then 1 gray carpet there on the very tip of the wing, like so. And after we have that all done, that right there is going to basically make up your wings, and you have your camouflage pattern kind of transferred over to them, and that's what it should look like for the top-down view. With that, one thing we're also going to go ahead and do is for us Java players, we're going to go and type in /give space @p Minecraft :debug _ stick. Pressing enter will give us this command here. Or we'll basically activate that command and we'll get this debug stick. By going to these pistons and left clicking them until you get selected extended false, and then right clicking them from there, you'll basically get rid of that wood portion on top of the piston. This really helps with the sloping of the aircraft and just kind of help it with general shaping. So that is why we are using this technique that we have right here. So we'll just go ahead and kind of take that, edit where we need to, or adjust those pistons, and you'll pretty much be good to go with that. So that right there is pretty much all you need to do for the pistons, and with that we'll be going ahead and moving up to our next layer, which will be layer number 7. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a warp trapdoor on top of this cyan block here. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black stained glass blocks back, and then a black concrete block there in the end. We're going to go then place down 2 cyan concrete blocks again, followed by another piston, a warp slab, a daylight detector set to night mode, and then a warp trapdoor. We then can go back up to the front here. We're going to go and place down 2 black stained glass panes to the side of those 2 blocks. 1, 2, 3 nether brick walls back, a polished blackstone wall, then a warped slab, followed by a warped corner stair, a regular stair, and then a second stair back, and then a warped slab, followed by 2 daylight detectors like that going back, turn to night mode. Once we have that done, we can go ahead and grab our debug stick here, and we can use the same thing, right click the piston to go ahead and create that sloping there. Then going to our engines here, we're going to go ahead and grab some warp trapdoors, dark oak and iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 2 warp trapdoors like so, 2 dark oak trapdoors, and then a iron trapdoor like that, like so. Then for our tail here, we want to go ahead and place down a cyan concrete block here. Going back from it, 2 gray concrete blocks, and then there are 2 cyan terracotta blocks, or cyan concrete blocks. Also a stone button on this block right here. Also, in addition, we can go ahead and put the aircraft tail number on. So as you can see, I went ahead and did a 3-digit number. I just did 101. It's pretty straightforward. But this right here is just going to be 3 banners. You're going to go ahead and go on the side of the aircraft right there. And it's going to read left to right. So you have 101, and over here, 101. I'm not going to show you guys how to make the numbered banners in particular in this tutorial, as there are plenty of tutorials out there that do cover how to make numbered banners and all that stuff that you can find for yourself. But yeah, you can go ahead and make whatever numbers you guys want on the aircraft, and you can place that on both sides. Again, doesn't really matter what numbers you do, but yeah, nice little detail there on the aircraft. Anyways, though, that is going to wrap up what we have there for this layer, and with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on to our next layer, layer number 8. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 8. For layer 8, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and start up and place down a narrow brick slab on top of the second black stained glass block, followed by a narrow brick stair back, 1, 2, 3, 4 black stained glass blocks. On the middle 2 black stained glass blocks, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors on top of those 2. We're going to go and then place down another piston right here, then a narrow brick slab, and then go into this last cyan terracotta block, concrete block, we can place down a end rod right here. We then want to go back up to the front. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull at a slight angle to both sides of this narrow brick stair. 2 black stained glass blocks back, a gray stained glass pane, and then a narrow black stained glass pane like that. And we then want to place down a wither skeleton skull on both sides of this piston like so. Now again, we can use our debug stick here to go ahead and alter our piston like so for us Java players. And a good alternative to that would probably be another brick stair instead. Anyways, going ahead and after that, go into the tail of the aircraft. We're going to go and place down a warped stair on top of this block right here. Then 1, 2, 3, gray concrete black, and a cyan terracotta block here on the end. We're going to go and place down a stone button on both sides of this cyan terracotta block, and also on the inside here. And we also want to drop down to this cyan concrete block and place down a button as well. So you have the 2 buttons there on the inside and the 3 on the outside. Anyways, that right there is going to conclude what we have there for layer 8. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our final layers. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our final layers, we have layers 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So, 9 through 15, or 14, sorry. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place down a, instead of this stair here, we're actually going to place down a blue cyan stained glass pane. So we're just going to go do that to both sides there, make that quick adjustment. Then anyways, from that, we're going to go up with a cyan concrete block. Then we want to go and go 2 gray concrete blocks back, and then a narrow cyan concrete block, stone button on both sides of this block right here. We're going to then go up another cyan concrete block, a gray concrete block back. Actually, this is going to be 2 back, and actually this here is going to be a glass pane instead, the cyan glass pane, cyan concrete, and then 2 gray concrete blocks back. So it should look like that, and then a stone button right here on both sides of this block. We're going to go and then go up again to our next row, which is going to be a cyan concrete block. We're going to place down this gray glazed terracotta, and then a narrow gray concrete block, stone button again on the sides. We then want to place down 2 smooth quartz blocks here, white stained glass pane, then a gray concrete block, cyan concrete, and we're going to then place down a polished black stone top slab coming off that toward the front there. Coming off the top slab, we're going to place down an end rod, and then to the sides of this, we're going to go and grab some warped and dark oak wood signs. We're going to place down a warp sign on the side of the cyan concrete, and then a dark oak wood sign on the side of the gray concrete, and also the sides of this polished black stone top slab. We also want to go ahead and grab some dark oak and warp trapdoors. We're going to place down a warp trapdoor on top of this block here, and then a dark oak wood one on top of that. And just for a little bit more color consistency, we can take gray carpet and place it on top of that polished black stone top slab as well. Lastly, we'll just go ahead and grab some polished blackstone buttons and place them on the 2 sides here, or yeah, those 2 blocks like that on the sides there. And then after that's all complete there, you do have the banners that you can put on the aircraft. And for this aircraft in particular, I went with ET, which is the destination on the tail numbers for the current camo scheme, or this current aircraft that is being tested and flown out of Eglin Air Force Base. So I went ahead and threw ET there on the side of the aircraft. Like that, and you can again change that to whatever 2 letters you want. Basically, these 2 letters here represent the base that this aircraft belongs to. So that right there is basically all we have for that, and you'll take the same thing, copy it over to the air side, and you'll pretty much be good to go. So with that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for the in-flight version of the F-15EX, and at this point in time, we're going to go now move on to adding the landing gear. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to the landing gear. Alright guys, so moving into our landing gear, we're going to be going ahead and starting with our first wheel. For our first wheel here, we'll be going ahead and dropping down to this section here. We're going to skip a space back from this end rod, and then we're going to go and then place down a quartz slab like so. We're going to go and then break these 2 gray concrete blocks, as well as the one that's on top of that quartz slab like that. We want to go ahead and place down a quartz upside down stair in this spot, followed by a direct wall that comes down like so, a quartz stair like so, And then we're going to place down another quartz upside down stair like this on the bottom here, with a block of coal on the bottom of that stair. We can place the lever here on the bottom of this stair, flick toward this stair like so. If you're on Java, we can also go ahead and do the extra detail of placing an iron frame on the side of this stair here, and then a snowball in it for the landing light. And then on the inside here, just to kind of clean this up on the inside, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 quartz top slabs in that space there to kind of close that off and make it look a little bit more like the wheel well. Then on the back here, we're going to place down an end rod like so. We'll grab a polished black stone stair, place down a stair coming off this wall, and then also coming off this end rod. So look like that there for the landing gear. And then lastly, we'll just place down a white banner. And this white banner is designed to be a white banner, black border, black line for the center there. And that'll be on both sides here of this block of coal. With that all done though, that is going to basically wrap up our front landing gear. And with that, we'll go ahead and move on to our rear ones. And then moving on to our rear landing gear, we're going to be going ahead and going down to this section of the aircraft down here. Now we're going to go and go to this dark oak wood slab, dark oak wood trapdoor here. We're going to delete this trapdoor and this full block, or that air trapdoor back. So you have this space broken out here. We're going to go and place down a quartz top slab here. We're going to go and then break these 2 blocks on the inside here. We're going to place down a quartz top slab above this one, then a diorite wall, and then coming down from the diorite wall, we're going to go and place down a quartz stair. It's a little tight of space in here, but we're going to place down a quartz stair like so. We're going to then drop a narrow diorite wall down, and then a narrow quartz top slab. We're going to place down a polished blackstone stair like this, stair on the top of it, 2 stairs going back from it like so. We then have these banners right here, which are pretty simple to make. They're going to be basically black banners. We're going to do a vertical white stripe on the right side and a vertical white stripe on the left side. Then you'll just take your black dye, do a line across the top for both, and a line across the bottom for both, and you'll get these 2 banners here. Pretty simple, and they'll just be placed on the side of the stair here so that the white is facing toward each other. In addition, this side of the stair also, we can place down a banner also with this side, and we're going to have the white facing toward the center there. So it just kind of helps, carry that detail across. Then at this point here, we're going to go and replace these 3 slabs here with upside down stairs. So these 3 right here. And then the last 2 stairs here, we're going to place down 2 dark oak trapdoors and open them up so that they're laying flat like that. And that right there will basically do it for the rear landing gear. And with that, that will complete the landing gear after you take that and transfer it over to the air side. Anyways though, that's going to sum up this tutorial here for the F-15EX. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys do using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for this being from the start of the build to link to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as I get proper credit for it, that's all I ask for doing these tutorials. It does help my channel grow, and it does continue to keep me inspired to keep on making this type of content. So as long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use whatever project you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, all that fun stuff. Again, big special thanks to Patreon supporter ZPro Warfare for making this tutorial possible, and as always, feel free to check my Patreon page, link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.